This is a really serious video.
Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel where today I'm going to be making a beat using Jaystation's video where he admits to faking his girlfriend's death. Now this idea came from this Aces to Aces video that you should definitely watch if you get the chance after this. Now I just want to say that I'm okay with making fun of him because I saw an Atozy video where he contacted the Toronto police and basically showed that there is no warrant for a Jaystation, meaning that the cops are not after him in any way, at least not in the way that he said, so he was caught lying. So the first thing I'm gonna do is find a sample to make a hi-hat from.
What's up, God? What's up, God?
So with that sample of him saying what's up guys, I'm gonna take the tss at the end of the what's and basically just shorten it and normalize it to make it a good hi-hat sound. Now I pitch shifted it up one half step and eventually I'm gonna bring it up to a 100% mix instead of 70-30. And at first I was going to keep the pattern like this where I just copied and pasted, but I decided to do a sampler and make a hi-hat pattern where I keep a simple eighth with a little bit of like flair added, little rolls added at the end of every other measure. I'm not going to do too much besides this though, just going to keep the hi-hat simple.
Video.
So next I'm going to take the D sound from the word video and turn that into a kick. I'll show the pattern later on because at first I was going to do the same thing as I was about to do with the hi-hats and just loop it, but it wasn't working right, so later on I put it in a sampler and just made a kick pattern. But I used the D sound from video to make my kick. With this EQ, a lot of high taken out and a boost in the bass with a little bit of a pitch shift.
Call her.
Now I'm gonna use the C sound and call her and pretty much just EQ a lot of it after just like taking out the rest of call her, or just the call. EQ a lot of it out and do another pitch shifting to make it more of a snare sound, or more of a rim shot. It doesn't sound like a lot of a snare, it was more of a rim shot more than anything. So after my kick drums stopped working right for whatever reason, after some of the kicks just didn't make any sound, I exported the audio of one kick, made a simple kick pattern, then added an EQ boost in the bass end and a distortion to give it more of a volume and hit, and honestly it worked better than I expected it to. So I thought an 808 or a bass was gonna be the hardest thing to make from anything here, but it was actually really easy. I took some clip of Jay saying she's gone and just really just lengthened, I time stretched gone to just be a measure long. And I didn't do any pitch shifting because stretching it made it really low. But after taking some of the high frequencies out and, you know, taking out some of the frequencies I brought out in the kick, I tuned it to be a C and made a very simple bass pattern. I also added distortion to the bass to give it a little more vibrance, and you know, for him just saying gone, it made a good bass. So I'm gonna make a pluck next, and all I did was I just found him saying but, just cropped out everything except, you know, made it as short as possible and everything. I added some gain to give it volume because normalizing wasn't working, EQ'd out a lot of stuff, went to flex pitch to make it a C, along with pitch corrected it to be just a C, and made a C minor melody based off the bass.
What's up, guys? This is a really serious video.
So, for some irony, I'm gonna take that little clip of the audio where he says this is a serious video and pretty much put that in the beat that I'm making right before the drop and one in the middle of the verse, just for irony, because the video he made that's super serious was just him lying. So, why not have fun with it and, continue to laugh at him because of how stupid he was through all of this. So all I did was just add a pitch corrector and a little bit of EQ.
This is a really serious video.
So I did a little bit of mixing and mastering, and before the final beat plays, I just want to say a couple things. One, honestly, the only reason I did this was because I thought it'd be fun and it's a challenge since I've never done something like this before. But two, it's because Jaystation is just a scummy YouTuber and human being for trying to profit off of death, and the fact that he would do this is just gross. So I thought, why not make fun of him, make some content, and have some fun. So without further ado, here's the final product.
This is a really serious video.